Welcome to another edition of The Peel. I am Justin.
I'm Josh. We are live, guys. Apologies if Facebook Live goes down tonight. We're actually on YouTube Live as well now.
Yeah.
So there is an outlet. There is another outlet that we can use. So thank you for finding this, by the way. Yeah. Thank you for.
Oh, for YouTube.
Setting this up. Yeah, YouTube, man. Yeah. Absolutely. No, this is awesome. So definitely a lot to go over tonight.
Yes.
A lot of games to go over tonight. You know, we got the US.
Good. You're good.
We got the Texas Derby.
Yeah.
Just happened. We got US Open Cup starting tomorrow, and then our boys go over to Colorado on Saturday. Continue regular season play and continue to try to find their first road win, which I'm hoping they can do it against Colorado. Colorado ain't that amazing this year, so.
No, but they have played well their last couple matches. They've lost their last two, but they have 3 wins prior. Hold on, I need to get the live feed up.
And we actually have a live chat here on YouTube as well, so we can actually talk to you guys here. So Edson already giving us a cheers and a woo.
Nice.
So thank you, Edson, for tuning into the show tonight. We really appreciate it. But yeah, so big grudge match Friday night. Big derby.
Trevor said his body still hasn't recovered.
See. I don't blame you there, Trevor. Yeah, I don't blame you. It was it's definitely a hard fought battle, pretty evenly fair match. You know.
That's why I hear you.
Oh, it's not muted over here?
No. And I'm like, why do I hear Josh twice over here? There we go.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Much better.
My voice just echoes. My voice is so epic, it just echoes that much. You know, so, sorry.
All right. Well,
yes.
Let's just go ahead and dive right into the Derby.
Yeah. It was a very evenly well matched. This is probably one of the better derbies series in a long time that I've seen, man. I mean,
it played the way a rivalry is supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing separating these two teams. Really, I mean, there's really nothing. I mean, it's been 2 derbies now, 1 point in both of them. This one we finally got a couple goals out of it, you know. I wish that we would have walked out with the 3 points, but you know, I'm glad that we did not lose as well. You know, I think Dallas has kind of figured us out a little bit at home, figured out what we had to do. So, but it was very entertaining to watch. There was a lot going on. I know FC Dallas fan getting kicked out of the stadium. You know, fights on the field.
Were you guys surprised with Cabeza starting? I was more not with him starting.
Not with Cabeza
I was more
starting.
surprised with Garcia starting.
Yeah, I was more surprised with Boniak starting over Alex.
Yeah.
Because Alex has started every game for us, and he's been essentially like our best playmaker. You know, he's been the one who's finding the balls. He's leading. He's leading our team in assists. I think he's like second in the league with assists at the moment.
Actually,
third.
I wrote that down.
Yeah, something like that. It's like 7 or 8 assists now. That was the biggest head scratcher for me, was Boniak getting the start over Alex. And I know I've seen a lot of reports that like Wilmer Cabrera was just saying Alex hasn't been playing that well. Well, I don't know if I can actually agree with that. Alex has been one of our best players on the pitch.
Yeah.
He's able to let these guys go loose. He has the perfect ball play. He is essentially, like we've said, playing that number 10 role.
He's 4th with 7 assists.
Okay, well, he dropped down. He was second. He was in second place for assists. So him not playing this game, I think, really hurt us a little bit.
It did.
Yeah.
And it showed. Now, Boniak didn't have a horrible game, but you
absolutely no, but yeah,
you could definitely tell there was something missing from this offense that Alex gives it. I guess Wilmer's thought was maybe Boniak adds a little more something defensively, but I'd rather have Alex. I say you throw all your attack forward and try to beat Dallas. because you're not going to beat them by playing defense.
No,
the only way you're going to beat them is by scoring goals.
It was one of the furthest back games that I've seen our team play, you know, and when we're at home, it just seemed like we kind of felt like we lost that attacking energy. You know, I didn't see the dynamo that we've seen all year at home. You know, and that was a crucial game because, you know, they kind of have home field advantage and as far as like the series goes this year. You know, they have 2 at home and 1 on the road, so that was kind of our point. You turning me down? No. Okay, that was kind of our point to take all 3 points. You know, and then go in and bunker in Dallas in August. You know, which I'm still saying we need to do, and then let the tiebreakers do what they're supposed to do. This series is far from over.
It is.
You know, I mean, we still have the potential U.S. Open Cup run with them, and then if we make playoffs with them,
in case you didn't know, if we do win U.S. Open Cup against KC,
and then if they win tonight, against Colorado, then
we will host them here. Right now, the tentative is July 11th, but there's some play in there. I think they said between the 7th and the 16th possibly for that match.
Okay.
You'll have, because of you've got Gold Cup, you've got other matches playing in there. So,
by the way, speaking of Gold Cup, I am representing probably a little bit earlier than it's supposed to be out, but thank you. So, you know, representing the new Gold Cup jersey.
Megan and I had gotten the word that Dick's Sporting Goods were already selling them. And we called around to every Dick's Sporting Goods in the Houston area, and they were the only one to have it, which was the Umpel store at the mall up there. And so we just jumped in the car. It took us about 15 minutes to get up there, and we were there.
That's awesome.
But let's dive into this a little more.
Getting back on the derby here. It was very evenly matched.
It was.
Possession, 49% us, 51% them. I mean, that's as even as you can get. You know, there was a lot of times the ball was kind of just dead stopped in midfield. And that's where a lot of it was held, you know, and that's due to Dallas trying to figure, you know, Dallas kind of figured this out a little bit.
I'm going to pause that real quick. Francisco says USA, USA, USA.
Yes.
I don't care about that right now. All I care about is Francisco. Congratulations
that was
on
awesome.
your 100th straight home match. Is it straight? Or
100th straight home match, but the thing is that he's making about a 400 round trip coming from Corpus Christi to these matches. That's
called passion.
Like, we're not worthy. Like, that's awesome, man.
No, I mean, we struggle to get there every week.
And supposedly, he put on a good show. I was seeing some of the videos. He put on a good halftime show for these for the audience. I think he did the whole, like,
okay, so
playing against the 2 kids, and he stole.
No.
I didn't watch. You watched it?
Let's go over this. Francisco, you know you're supposed to let the kid win.
No, screw that. No, no. Francisco, kudos, bro.
They didn't even boo Dallas as loud as they booed Francisco at halftime.
Oh, please, please, no. That made entertainment for him.
462 miles.
Wow. 462 miles round trip. That's dedication, man. You know, and that's awesome, Francisco. So we appreciate you coming out and supporting the team. That's incredible.
Yeah. So it was
What are you doing?
I'm looking. Love the New Jersey, Harrison says. Yeah,
Harrison.
It's sick. Look, not to get too far off topic, but I think it might be the best kit after the. Actually, maybe before the bomb pop now. I love the bomb pop.
It is awesome. You know, the stars up here. It's got stars down the dark stripes on the shirt. Yeah, I mean, it is a really nice jersey. I'm digging it. So.
Stats. Yes. It was extremely evenly matched. We were better in passing. We were better in the attacking half. We were better in the final third. And we were also better at crosses.
Go back up to the shots, and I mean, they got one more shot off than us and one more shot on target. We had one shot on target, which was our only goal from Kubo Torres in the 19th minute of play, and just mistake by Matt Hedges in the back. You know, great vision. You know, launching the ball down the field.
Kirsten was bitching the entire match. If Matt Hedges was not there, we would have scored like at least 2 goals.
Oh, absolutely.
The guy's like 6 foot tall.
Yeah, Matt Hedges. I mean, well, he plays USA, you know, I mean, so, I mean, it was...
Also, another standout to me, and Josh and I were talking about this, is Dylan Remick. I think going forward, we could be okay without having DMB next year.
we'll be more okay than without having. Dylan Remick is absolutely incredible. And let's not take away from the credit from our center backs, man. I really do have to give it
for sponsorship.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Sorry, we are filming from Eighth Wonder, so we do have to show our mugs off here, you know. But our center backs still, you know, Machado and Leonardo, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
AJ De La Garza, the entire back four just looked spot on. The reason we point out Dylan Remick was the stop that he was making inside the box. Absolutely incredible.
Yep, see? So we will be going officially to YouTube next week and not be on Facebook because this is the second time we've had Facebook issues.
We're having more Facebook issues?
Yeah, it's dropping out, so we're getting a bunch more people over here on
guys,
YouTube.
we have posted the link. You posted it on Facebook,
yes.
Correct? It's posted on Facebook and Twitter, so you guys can join us live on YouTube right now, and we have a lot of interaction going on YouTube.
Francisco also says that great job by Kubo holding off the defender. Kubo had probably one of the better matches that I've seen him play. Okay offensively. I mean, yeah, he scored the goal. Defensively, he put his body on the line a few times.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Oh, no, absolutely. No, I mean, well, he was trying to get a lot of fouls called. Obviously, the ref was not going to play into it. There was a couple that he should have probably called.
Yeah. Especially towards the end. Like I was saying, the ref called a pretty good match other than, like, maybe the final 20 minutes. I like how he allowed it to...
And
he allowed it to be a rivalry. He was allowing for the chippiness.
Yeah.
You know, which is totally okay with me. And then you have Cabezas, totally. I forgot who he...
Acosta, Kellen Acosta, he just mowed him down. Yeah.
Loud Acosta.
Yeah,
and the ref saw it and didn't even care.
No, he counted it as a foul. He just didn't give a card out, you know, which is good. You know, let it, like you said,
Harrison, Kubo or Manotas long-term for me?
Manotas.
Yeah, I'd have to say Manotas.
Look,
I think Kubo is playing well, but I hope that he plays well enough and we get rid of him at the end of the year because I have full confidence in Manotas being able to take the reins.
Well, see, for me, yeah, Manotas, yeah, I definitely agree with that. You know, he's not so much of the drama queen as Kubo. He's more versatile when he's played in that central role, and I think he plays a little bit better with Kyoto and Elise out on the wings with him. And he shares the ball a little bit more. He's not just so much striker. Now, Kubo is more so, you know, just the pure striker, you know. I mean, he can control the ball. He can bring the ball down in tight spots. Hence the goal against Matt Hedges. You know, he knew when to strike. You know, and then there was obviously the error against where Boniak passed the ball a little bit forward, where Kubo would have been in on the goal. You know, so I mean, it is a tough one to throw up.
Yeah. But
in the long term, I'm gonna go with Morrow.
Now we talked over the first round.
Morrow's been more consistent for me.
Yes.
You know, considering
Morrow
what he did last season as well, carrying it into this season. You know,
Morrow also knows that sometimes even if you have a run, but you have an open man, to dump the ball off and don't be selfish with it.
Well, absolutely. You know, he is more versatile.
You know, that's what I like about him. Mm-hmm. You know, I think if you get him long term with Kyoto and Elise, our attacking three is going to be top 3 best in MLS for the next couple of years. Easy.
I mean, I'm kind of already on the board where our attacking 3 right now is the best in the league.
Yeah.
You know, I have to give it to them. I just don't think that they were used properly in this game. I really don't. You know, and I'm going to lean on that a little bit more, man. I've kind of fallen off for the whole thing of let's not start Kyoto and Elise together anymore. I don't see it. I think they play so well with each other. You know, I mean, obviously, look what they've done with us. Look what they've done with Honduras. Mm-hmm. When those two are on the pitch at the same time, it's totally different story.
Do you think Alex has regressed, or was it that good early on and now coming back down to earth? No, I don't even think he's regressed. I mean, a player's not going to stay hot all year. There's going to be peaks and valleys, as with any sport. You're going to get it in the NFL. You're going to get it in baseball. You're definitely going to get it in soccer. I think long term, you still got to go with Alex.
Well, it depends on what they do during the summer transfer window, because Alex is playing a role that I feel, I don't want to say it's too good for him. I think he's right where he needs to be, because it seems like he's pulling the strings for us. He's playing the number 10 role. He's pulling the strings for these guys in the midfield to find them on the long-term ball, you know, in the attacking third.
Yeah.
He does a great job at it, you know. Now as far as like set pieces for me, he's not up to par for that. You know, we're not a set piece team. We're a counter-attacking team.
That's why you see the short.
But I would like to see somebody else help keep that possession for that factor.
Yeah.
Sean did point out that Elise and Kyoto are both going off with Honduras in the Gold Cup, so they will be out for obviously the U.S. Open Cup, which we will get into.
Yes.
Pretty soon here. We got 7 players from RGV called up for that, and then they're going to also miss the Colorado game as well. So I mean, it will, yeah.
Yeah, I like that, Sean. We can't wait to. Well, we haven't announced that yet. We will. So Sean, if you know what we're talking about, just give us the thumbs up on YouTube if we can announce the news that we texted you about earlier. I like Alex this year. Do I think he's long term? Not at all. I think the guy's getting up there. I do think that he, for right now, with the younger guys that we have, is that good in between?
I still like Alex staying with us. You know, I think Alex being kind of a almost a super sub for the midfield.
Super sub. Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I was hoping Boniak would be that guy this season.
I kind of at the point, man. I don't know, man. Alex has been our MVP the past, like, you know, last season, and then arguably, I'm gonna say it. Don't get on me, but team MVP this year as well. You know, just what he's done for this attacking team. Let's take away just all these guys scoring the goals. Who's giving them the ball to score it? Alex. He's typically the one on the end of it. So.
All right, cool.
So
we will announce. And so we will announce this at the end of the show. We have some pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah.
That it will be going down. We have something big to announce, but we have other more pressing stuff to talk about, like the Dynamo.
Sorry, right now, yeah. So ultimately, with the Texas Derby, we're gonna have to roll off this pretty soon here. Yeah. Ultimately, with the Texas Derby, you know, obviously ended 1-1.
Yep.
You know, in both share a point. You know, Kubo taking the lead in the 19th minute. Rudy tying it up for them in second half. Not sure. Where's that timing here? 59th minute.
Yep.
Tying it up, and that was a goal that just shouldn't have been given up, man.
No,
you know, it's just
you could see the 3 defenders that were around for that were looking at each other like, "Oh, it wasn't me." Like, no, you've got to stand up.
Well, I will say, you know, as evenly matched as it was, it shouldn't have been.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of lack of communication, you know. Example, I'm going to go back to Boniak's pass in the attacking third, close to the box first half for Kubo. Pass it a little bit more accurate, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel. If
it was about another 3 feet back, 4 feet, that ball would have been into the back of the net.
If Alex was on the ball, man, it would have been a better pass. You know, I will say that much about him. You know, and then of course, let's break out the yellow cards. 4 of them handed out. You know, two. We split it. 2
it was
and 2
all
at
the
least,
second
you
half,
know?
and then 3 of them came at the very end.
My
of the
biggest shock is that Cabezas did not get a yellow card in this game. Man, I mean,
he was throwing his body around. He was throwing his weight around.
Yeah, well, I mean. And all of it was unsporting behavior. Atiba Harris getting one. Alex going to get one in the 80th minute for his
Francisco said
his
only
shoving.
if I was the Dynamo and the little kids were FCD.
Yeah, right. Alex and Grania starting their fights in the box towards the end of the game. And then, of course, Kubo getting his last minute.
Well, what also I liked, and we were talking about this earlier, is that Kubo, I don't know, I doubt he said it in English, but he essentially said, "Get the fuck up, you're not hurt." In Spanish, when what's-his-face was laying on the side of the pitch in front of the
it was a rivalry.
Technical area.
It was a rivalry, you know. It definitely was. So, but it's a good series right now. It's one of the best ones I've seen in a long time, and thank God, because it's just been a nightmare for the past 2 years.
Sean says midseason MVP. For him, it's Machado.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with that. Machado had himself a hell of a game as well. I mean, he's been consistent.
Season MVP.
I mean, Machado's played every game for us.
Yeah,
so,
if Dylan had played more, I'd almost give it to him.
Dylan's only played a handful of games compared to Machado. And now that Alex didn't get the start, Machado's the lone man now.
If Alex would have played this past weekend, or at least started, and he'd been a little bit more consistent, let's say the last 3 matches, I'd give it to him. Because prior to midseason, he was definitely the go-to.
My only issue with Machado is that, well, early on in the season, he was making his mistakes. You know, he doesn't know when to look over his shoulder as far as players running up on him on the ball. He had himself a hell of a game, like just like the entire back line, I can say.
Harrison says midseason MVP is still Alex.
Yes.
Yes, but the argument is there that he's been a little inconsistent the last couple matches and he hasn't gotten the start. Sean said nobody on the attack has been consistent except Alex, but Machado's impact on the overall result has been Machado.
So ultimately, I can say Machado has been a little bit more consistent for he's not an attacker. I mean, our defense is getting better on the road. Alex hasn't really done much on the road yet. You know, so if it comes down to those two, I'd give it to Machado. But there's a long season still to go. I mean, we're at the halfway point now.
So let me ask you this: as well as Dylan has played when he's gotten to start, would you start him over DMB after? Well, actually, when DMB comes back, if I'm right,
Dylan
he's injured,
Remick
right?
over DMB.
Yeah. Have your DMB as the super sub defensively?
I kind of like what I was telling you earlier was going in the road, just getting your draws. Play DMB in front of Dylan Remick on the left side, but I mean, I don't know. Just hold that area down defensively. No, but all seriousness, man.
Francisco asked, would you all like to see the Dynamo utilize Machado's long throw?
And
we'll get with that over.
Yeah, and I think they have a little bit. They've been using his long throw just a slight bit, not a whole lot, you know, because you got to remember on these counterattacks, you know, we don't have a lot in the midfield right now. And yeah, I do agree that they need to continue to utilize it a little bit more. But you know, guys, you guys can call into the show as well. We got our number posted right up here this time, yeah. 281-849-7335. So we will go ahead and get on to the U.S. Open Cup. We want to go ahead and close this out. So you want to talk about standings? Where this puts us now? I know the Portland and Seattle had a little bit of a drama.
Yeah.
Kind of affected. It didn't affect anything, so we'll keep it at that.
Well, let's go over to scores real quick from a rivalry weekend. We'll do that. We'll do.
Victor did ask a question. Who do we see as the face of this team?
Manotas.
No, right now.
Well, is it right now, or are you talking future?
No, he's talking about right now.
Right now?
I would say right now. That's tough.
Kyoto hasn't been here long enough. Elise hasn't been here long enough.
It's Kubo right now.
I'd have to say Kubo.
It's Kubo.
Kubo or Alex.
Yeah. It's. I can also say Alex. Yeah. Kubo or Alex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do scores first, then we'll go over the do flip flop. You me. Then we'll go into standings.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't the first game. Let's go. Yeah. No. You had it. No. Friday.
Come on, come back. Come back to me.
I had this all set up. What are you doing?
Shut up.
You're ruining this all.
There you
go. Okay, yeah, so Toronto opened up the Toronto and New England opened up the week here. Toronto getting a 2-0 win. I mean, it's Toronto. Just win. That's it. I mean,
you did have our match ending in a 1-1 draw. I'll read the next one because we were talking about that one. You did have NYCFC taking points away from New York Red Bulls, winning 2-0. 3 points on the road. Good for them.
First ever time they've won in Jersey. So New York was blue that day.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Atlanta getting a 1-0 win over Colorado.
Joseph Martinez is back.
Yes, Joseph Martinez getting it in there. Yep.
The weird match, the Philadelphia Union taking 3 points away from DC United. I've never in my life seen good sportsmanship like that. Don't ask me how to say the guy's name because I'm still learning how to say his name.
Picoult?
No, not Picoult. Starts with an M.
That's your team. That's your team. You don't know your players' names, right?
Acosta for DC United ended up getting a red card, claiming that the ref was saying that he kicked the guy as he fell. He gets back up, talks to the ref. Ref puts the red card back out and doesn't even give him a card in general. I've never seen a red card pulled back like that off just good sportsmanship. Now, if I'm Jim Curtin, I tell him never to do that again.
David Akam, man, you know, hat trick hero.
Yeah.
First ever Ghana MLS player to score a hat trick.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he got an assist. Yeah. I wish I would have had him on fantasy, needless to say.
You had Chicago taking on... you already did that one. You had Sporting KC taking 3 points away from LA, 2-1. In LA is what it is. LA's garbage. Sporting KC's pretty decent team.
But they could put them away. We couldn't, though.
Yeah.
And then the Quakes finishing off RSL 2-1. So, and then this was the one that helped us out a lot, man. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Clint Dempsey, because it keeps us in second place now. Yeah. So 2-2 draw, Portland Timbers in Seattle on Sunday. So Clint Dempsey with a last second. Literally second play to
I haven't reported. Awesome. I fell asleep because I was.
It was awesome, man. 10-man Seattle taking down the Portland Timbers.
Yep.
Tying it up, whatever.
If the feed goes out, guys, it's only because their bandwidth can only deal with so much clicking around. So this keeps us. This keeps us where it's supposed to keep us now, and actually. Portland Timbers will jump FC Dallas. So we're Sporting Kansas first, Houston Dynamo second, Portland Timbers third, and FC Dallas in fourth. Still staying strong in the playoff race in the Western Conference. So this is a good series between FC Dallas and Houston, and we have a three-way tie technically for second place in the Western Conference. Dallas still doesn't have a game in hand on us, so we do have to consider that factor. Yeah.
When that comes into play, so hopefully they can get a loss here soon. And now we can go ahead and go into the U.S. Open Cup. We gotta get Carson on here because we got 7 players being called up again.
Yes.
Same 7 players.
Also, right now in the U.S. Open Cup, since we are live, FC Dallas is tied 0-0 with Colorado in the 20th minute. So, Francisco points out a good point. How MLS is such a crazy league, and this is why I agree with Alexi Lawless on this, because MLS is the most competitive league in the world. Because there's not 1, 2, 3 teams that win it every year. You don't have a Real Madrid, you don't have a Barcelona or Man United, all of those guys winning it. This is why I love American soccer, because Houston Dynamo and Chicago Fire have been sitting on the bottom of the table the last few seasons, and now they're holding strong. Yeah.
And it's totally flipped around. Chicago especially, Nothing, not to take away from us, but Chicago has improved so much, and they only have 2 losses, and they're putting beatings on Orlando City left and right, like that, and it's incredible. It really is. Dax McCarty has really changed that team for that.
Man United sucks. Get out. I agree.
It's all right, Sean. I will be at that Man United game. Man City, Man United, and I'll be glory.
I will not
glory Man United.
I'm an American, and I'll be heading up hopefully to a knockout game.
I got tickets for
whatever. So real quick, Open Cup matches going on tomorrow, and then we'll get into the match against SKC. Right now, you got FC Dallas and Colorado. They were tied 0-0. Dynamo taking on SKC tomorrow. The Revs taking on DC United. Miami FC from the NASL taking on Atlanta United. I do think that match is going to be extremely good. Red Bulls taking on Philly. That's going to be another good match. And then the match that made it onto ESPN 3 or ESPN.
ESPN 2.
Yeah, ESPN 2.
Yeah, ESPN 2.
FC Cincinnati taking on the Chicago Fire, which I can't get over how amazing that match is.
But the best part about it is that they're hosting the Chicago Fire. They're selling out the stadium. What'd you say, 40,000, right?
It's like 33.
I think it's like
35.
Yeah, okay, that sounds a little bit more realistic. But but the fact that ESPN 2 has changed their coverage from USsoccer.com to ESPN 2. For a USL team, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This sport is growing, and I love it.
Then we got San Jose taking on the Sounders, which I think is going to be good. And I honestly feel Sacramento SC from the USL is going to run through the LA Galaxy.
I don't know. I think Miami FC has a better chance, and then I also think that
Sacramento is destroying it right now in USL.
But they got to go on the road to LA. I don't see them.
It's not that far.
I don't. You know that USL and MLS are two completely different. You think that
Okay.
Cincinnati Columbus
I
game was
also
easy?
think LA
Did
is
you
one of the
watch
worst
the
teams.
game?
LA is one of the worst teams in the league.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know that we're one of the worst teams in possession in the league, right? You see how much possession we had against that
Anyone
North
here
Carolina?
feels like Cincinnati will surprise us again? I think so. I think Cincinnati is going to go to the next round.
It depends
Cincy
on
could easily
it
win.
depends on who Chicago brings. They're not going to have Dax McCarty because of the
Nope.
Gold Cup, obviously.
Yep.
But I mean, do you think they bring Schweinsteiger for that one?
If he does, he sees limited minutes because they want to preserve him for more of the MLS side of things.
I can understand that. What about David Accam? If they bring in David Accam,
Francisco says Sacramento put a hurt on RGV. Yeah.
well,
Real quick.
It's a different story, yeah.
Let me get into my stats because I'm a stats guy. All time.
guy, go ahead.
We've played 33 matches overall against SKC, 13 wins, 8 losses, 12 draws, plus 10 goal difference. Also, at home, 17 matches, 8 wins, 3 losses, 6 draws, plus 11. Overall, we've only played them once in the U.S. Open Cup with 1 win. That was last year. Brad David got his own goal. Yeah, see what I did there?
I saw what you did there. Yep.
Brad Davis did get his get the goal to tie it up before halftime, and then Alex and Morrow. Alex scored 1, and then Morrow scored 2. 1 in the 7th minute and the 84th minute. It was also the I lost my train of thought on that one, but it was last year. It was a 3-1 win. Yep, right around the same time actually.
Very nice.
June
This
29th.
this should definitely be interesting for tomorrow. I mean, considering how many of the Notorious players are called up again, you know, and then, I mean, what are we going to run? You know, I mean, are we going to run the same? I really don't want to see the same lineup that I saw in North Carolina. I really don't. I want to see this. I want to see this next game kind of taken a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
You know, and nothing against our players. You know, like Dylan Remick, fantastic. You know, I don't really want to see Andrew Winger though. I hate to say it. I would like to see Alex play again. Mm-hmm. You know.
Also, our best finish ever in the U.S. Open Cup was the semifinals in 09 and 06. And we're going up against a team that's won 3 U.S. Open Cup wins, which was, I didn't write it down. Or did I? Yeah, I did. Look at that. 04, 2012, and 2015. They are also coming off a 4-0 win over Minnesota United in the U.S. Open Cup. The winner will play FC Dallas, Colorado. So.
Well, I mean, let's hope they take it. We should go ahead and call Carson for this then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7
Sean's
players.
calling in after Carson. Look, he already knows.
Yeah, be perfect.
Which one's his? 309. I'm saving these phone numbers tomorrow, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's get them on. Figure out how this all works now.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up, Carson?
Carson, what's up?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Oh, wait. That's why. All right. Hey, Carson, what's up?
I feel like you did that last week too, right?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
We're trying something a little different setup today, and I just forgot to turn up one of the inputs.
I always trust you guys to make it happen one way or the other.
So we know we are in the U.S. Open Cup conversation right now, and I didn't know what the lineup was going to be looking like until you had messaged us saying that 7 players have been called back up from RGB, and so it's the 7 same players, correct?
Yeah, it's the 7 same guys, which to run those down is Charlie Ward, Eric Bird, Camilo Monroy, Jorginho James, Ruben Luna, Kai Green, and Kyle Murphy. So obviously we saw Ward and Bird get the start last time, but yeah, same 7 guys are up. We'll see how much they play and if they're all the subs again.
I'm going to do my hardest to get a Eric Bird autograph while I'm there because like the dude, man, like fly bird, man, fly, you know, like come on. It would be awesome.
You should get a you should print out that picture and get that picture.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's genius. That's genius.
So Edson made that, right? Edson, if you're give me the okay, because it is your artwork, I can print that up at Costco on a poster size and get you to. I'm serious, man.
I don't know. The picture kind of creeps me out too, but I was gonna have him sign one of my Dynamo jerseys since he is wearing a Dynamo jersey.
I mean, I can get you
for
Eric
this
Bird.
game, you know, and so
I can print up the picture. You can hang
Do
it
it.
up.
Do it. Let's do it. And we'll, you know what? We're gonna hold it up. We're just gonna hold it up to him and see his reaction. You have to put like fly Birdman fly or something like that, or something stupid to know that it's him though.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Hawkman.
Yeah, but it's still it's a bird and it's a man, so I think you would get the picture. But how we looking down at RGV? Where we at? Who we play? All that good news.
Well, yeah, I don't know why. So I saw Edson was commenting on the stream. I don't know why he wanted to talk about the game last week.
Yeah.
I was actually telling a couple of the guys, I don't even want to write the article about the game last week. They got the hell kicked out of them by Sacramento, like you guys mentioned, 6-2. That was arguably the worst loss, I think, in club history. They lost one last year to Swope Park 4-0 on the road. Again, it was midweek. It was rough, man. And you kept thinking Sacramento was going up by a couple. I'm thinking, okay, RGV's going to kind of pull back, and then it just kept pulling away. I don't know. It didn't look good, and it was on ESPN, which kind of was a kick in the stones. But
yeah,
technically they're below the red line now, so if the playoffs started mid-season, they would not make it. They played Colorado on Saturday, which just beat San Antonio. So shout out to Colorado.
So what is going on? Because I know that this is 2 losses in a row. I know the first one was against LA Galaxy 2 at home, and I know you were saying that was it probably should have been like more, right? Because it's been 2 bad games.
Yeah, I almost think it's a kind of a lack of identity sometimes. A lot of times last year they were the possession-based team. Charlie Ward, he still had 95 completed passes last week, but they kind of waver between that possession style, and then on Wednesday against Sacramento, they're kind of, just booting the ball forward, hoping, a wing can run onto the end of it and cross one in, but not really built like that. They haven't been very successful like that this year. But when they're possession Rio Grande Valley, they're great. You see, good numbers, you see good performances overall, but when they try to do this, kind of just boot the ball forward and hope for the best. And we see that with the Dynamo sometimes. It's not really fun to watch. It's frustrating. You're like, okay, we won one possession and then immediately handed it back to them. So when they avoid that, they're good. When they don't avoid that, they lose 6-2 on ESPN.
Trust me, that was probably one of my biggest frustrations as a Dynamo fan last year, is lack of identity and trying to figure out what kind of team you are,
Well,
and
it's
frustrating when you kind of go through that.
Since we're kind of on the topic of Sacramento, and we're also talking U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah.
How do you think Sacramento takes on LA Galaxy? I honestly feel like they can get a win, even though they're traveling up to LA.
I wouldn't be surprised if they got a win. Honestly, with Sacramento, they have a lot of really quick guys going forward. They really were strong defensively against Rio Grande Valley, and then were able just to counterattack, and their counterattack was crisp against Rio Grande Valley. So if they're able to, push some of those guys forward, obviously Ashley Cole can move on the outside there, even though he's like 100. But if you can get some of those quick guys like Trevin Cesar, was the USL Player of the Week. He had a hat trick against the Toros. If you can get a guy like that going forward against their center back in LA, they could get them. I also, just to chime in, I think Miami FC will win as well. They have a couple. They have Poku from NYCFC down there, and then also a guy that I actually became friends with, Ariel Martinez, Cuban Messi.
And what Miami FC did to Orlando in Orlando was pretty bad. It was a brutal beatdown. I think it was like 4-0, something like that.
You would almost think that would have drove Kyle Larin to drink, but
well, I will say that things do happen for a reason. But I was saying Kyle Larin was not even on that squad that night, and I was a little frustrated because that very night he went out to the club and got his DWI, and I was a big Kyle Larin fan. So, so that puts the RGV below the line. So, you want to move on to the next topic then?
Well, who are they taking on this weekend? And we'll let Carson close it up.
Yeah, they play Colorado Springs on Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
Some really heated games, honestly, with them last year. Colorodo's, I think, 3rd or 4th on the table. So We'll see how many guys play from Rio Grande Valley for the Dynamo tomorrow. That will definitely impact the roster we'll see Saturday. Obviously, hopefully, Charlie Ward and those guys play a lot. I would rather, they break into the first team than, go back to the Toros. I know as a Toros fan, nobody wants to hear that, but that's the goal. I know everyone there wants to push forward out. Talking to Charlie, he knows the way you're going to get promoted to the first team is to play well when you get an opportunity to get the first team. So, I'd love to see those guys get time and do great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping they get some time tomorrow. So, hey, Carson, we really appreciate you down in the valley, man.
Always, guys. It's always a pleasure. And hopefully Edison doesn't call to discuss that game. It did make me sad to listen.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother.
All right, guys.
All right.
Yep.
We're getting another call?
Yeah, we got another one. Oh, I just missed it.
Ah, man.
Hey, it's welcome to the appeal.
All right, guys.
Hey.
Who do we have on the line?
Hey guys, it's Edson.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Edson. What's up, man?
Hold on, let me just lower the volume on the...
Yeah, we're getting real bad feedback on that one.
It's me. I'm calling all the way here from McAllen.
McAllen.
How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man.
Good, man. Good, man. What brings you on the show?
Well, I did want to talk a little bit about the Tours game last week. I just wanted to cover just quickly some of the things that I don't think have been stressed enough about that game.
Sure.
And that is how easily, or the way I feel, how easily like the back line was completely annihilated by the speed of Trevin Caesar, and how I felt, especially on that last goal, the sixth goal. If you notice, take a look at Robbie Siegel. After that through ball, he just stopped going for the ball. He lost the hunger to steal that ball. He just was just jogging back to his box. Let the attacker do what he wanted, and Borja, was just trying, was covering him to wait for Robbie Siegel to come and attack him and get the ball away, but he never came. He just stayed in the penalty area. Managed to block the shot, gets the ball, the attacker gets the ball back, and let me just check who was the one that scored that goal.
I know.
Right, here we go.
I know it's always tough losing allowing six goals. I know those are. I've been there before, man, and those games are rough. Yeah, those games are really rough. And when you get rooted like that, it's just something to build on, But it's just like Carson says, it's finding identity. Finding if you want to be a possession-based team, you're going to be a counter-attacking team. What kind of team is this? And they need to figure it out. And they need to figure it out fast because they got above the playoff line, and now they're starting to fall again.
Yeah, because I noticed it's like they're confused as well. The players are confused as well. It's like you mentioned. I mean, one week they're playing possession-based, another week they're playing counter-attack-based play. I mean, it's good to have a little bit of variety, but you gotta have something that you're gonna base the majority of the games off that'll get the players get used to it. And then when the team is saying an opponent calls for it, use the counter-attack style, but but only when you need it, not just okay, well, home we're going to be playing like this, and away we're going to be playing like that. I just don't think it doesn't work like that, and I think that's what happened over there in Sacramento. Because honestly, there's not much of a difference between the level of Sacramento and the level of RGV. Going by the players that we have and they have. I mean, maybe it was just an off day for them, but I think what really disappointed me, like I said as well, was how they just gave up after like the fourth goal. Yeah. And I got to give kudos to Kyle Murphy, who found that second goal. But I just wish that the defenders, have that hunger for the rest of the game. I mean, it's like Cristian Martinoli said. Do you remember when Mexico lost 7-0 against Chile in the Copa America Centenario?
Yeah.
I mean, he said, even if you're losing 8-0, you still gotta play,
You got to build yourself up.
To fight. Yeah, you got to fight for that shirt that you're wearing.
It's not over, yeah. Yeah, so hopefully they can bounce back against Colorado Springs, and then, hell, man, maybe give San Antonio their first loss. You never know. That'd be nice. So, Edson, we appreciate you calling in. We do have to move on to the next one here. So thank you so much for calling in, man.
No problem, man. I'll let y'all know when I get back to Houston one day.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Let us know. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Oops. My bad. I hung up on him just a little too soon. My fault. But that is going to take us into our next match, which we do have time because we threw it down in the valley in there. But we are taking on Colorado this weekend. What is that, Saturday?
Saturday at 8 o'clock.
God,
we will be... Huh?
You memorize this stuff.
Dude, I look at it when I'm like on break at work. I'm like, who are we playing? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So,
real quick, in the Canadian Championship, and the only reason this matters to us is because whoever wins this tournament goes and qualifies for the CONCACAF Champions League. Montreal is up 1-0 currently in the 48th minute in the
and they are leading on an away goal right now. Actually, yeah, that's what it says right there. Yeah, Montreal, leads
on aggregate.
2-2 on aggregate. Yeah. So, but you were saying a third leg in that, right?
I thought I heard something. Let me clarify that. Hold on, we're gonna call.
This must be Sean here calling in.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Peel.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sean.
Hey,
Sean, what's up?
You were supposed to wait. We were gonna announce the news with you on, but it's okay.
Yes, we are currently breaking down.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask one question. Okay. Have you fixed the third headset yet?
I have not. I think we're going to just forego that and just end up getting
I think we're just going to get new mics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
for our
that's necessary when you have a third person.
Absolutely.
With our, well, I guess we can just go ahead and announce it now since it's on. So in the very, very, very near future, guys, we are moving to, not moving, we'll still be on Dynamo 3's live feed, but we are moving to internet radio. And with that being said, we are also adding a third person to the Peel.
And you might know him a little bit. His name is Sean. He's been on our show a few times.
the guy coughing. That's who we're adding to our show.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Good.
I was just going to ask if you guys have heard any good transfer rumors lately.
We have not. That's what you're on the show for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's the one who's bringing in the transfer rumors and all of that good stuff for us.
So,
I was going to share this one that I saw run across Twitter earlier today. Dario Benedetto, who's an Argentine striker. He's not linked with the Dynamo, but he's probably coming to MLS. He plays for Boca Juniors.
Okay.
But he's a pretty good striker. He's 27 years old.
Yeah.
But he's been basically one of their best players at Boca Juniors. It's going to be interesting to see how he adapts to MLS because that's not a physical league down there, and he is not a very physical player. And we've seen how that can sometimes totally derail players coming into MLS. But I thought I'd throw that out there so that you guys can have that little bit to kind of chuckle over. That yet another Argentine player that should be coming to MLS that isn't linked to
the. Real quick before we get off this topic, part of the reason we're bringing Sean on is I'm gonna tout you up a little bit here. Is his knowledge of the club. He's one of the few guys that knows how the financials work in MLS because it's you almost need to have a college level degree just for the financials of MLS. He just adds an extremely good dynamic to the show. He brings pretty good following as well, so we're definitely excited to have him on.
And then he's also a good friend of the Peel as well, you know.
Minor things, guys.
Minor things like that, you know. So no, we are excited to have him on, and we will once we get more concrete details on when we will officially start on the KTXF.
On KTXF.
KTXF.
I think the working title, and Chris had said this a long time ago, is the peel on the reel, and it works out just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it is all in the works here.
Yes.
We are going to go into the coming up games here. So, but
Francisco wants to ask you how your season's predictions are going.
So he is beating me on the season predictions, but I want it to be known that I'm not that many points off of the actual Dynamo total for points. So even though I haven't correctly predicted games as often or as frequently as I'd like, and he's done much better, I think he's actually technically only missed 2 results, which is incredible at this point.
Wow.
I've probably missed 5 or 6 total results, but I'm less than 5 points, I think, off the Dynamo total for the season right now. I think he's like 2 or 3 points off. With his 2, but yeah, it's pretty interesting because he predicted at the beginning of the season or prior to the season starting that the Dynamo would go undefeated at home, and this is prior to seeing the Dynamo play at all. And to think that they are playing that way is incredible at this point. And then he did predict that they would be miserable on the road, so it's like he's just a clairvoyant and knows exactly what's going to happen. And we've done it for a few years now, and we'll obviously continue doing it. But I always get a chuckle when we look at those results a couple of games later, and then they're still right on target or really close.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Sean, we're going to go ahead and let you go for today. We're going to try to wrap this thing up. We got about 10 more minutes. So, see if you can.
10 minutes. All right. Later, guys.
All right, man. Later.
Take it easy. Thank you, Sean.
So yeah, our new guy that will be joining at some point. Also, with that, we are going to be moving the show from Tuesdays to Wednesdays. Given the Dynamo schedule, we'll probably play around with that just a little bit. Either broadcast still on a Tuesday or on a Thursday or even on a Sunday.
We will announce the first Wednesday show. You guys will know about it. Okay, so you guys can check out our Twitter and Facebook. And by the way, if you guys don't know where to find us, like our Facebook page, The Peel 2005. Follow us on Twitter at The Peel 05. You guys can email us thepeel2005@gmail.com. Visit our friends Dynamo Theory. Okay, like our friends on Twitter at Dynamo Theory, and then visit the website dynamotheory.com.
Yeah.
Answer the call. Go ahead and answer the call.
Oh, did I miss it?
Oh, you missed it.
Oh, that's not my
You're
fault.
so terrible with calls tonight.
That's my. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll call back.
We're bleeding over. We're bleeding over.
Okay, yeah. So, real quick, let's go over to Colorado match. We played 26 total matches, 10 wins, 9 losses, 7 draws, plus 1 goal difference. On the road, it's a little bit different story. Only 3 wins, 7 losses, 3 draws with a -7 goal difference. See, I even got some blurps here. In the last 6, we are only 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Colorado is 3, 3, and 0.
Yeah.
3 wins, 3 losses. So they're not too bad. Even though Baji only has 4 goals on the year, I still think he's the one to watch out for.
This is not the same Colorado team as last year.
No, it's not.
They do still have Tim Howard, so Tim Howard's going to be making his saves and stuff, but this team is beatable. This team is beatable at home.
Yep.
We can beat this team on the road. Okay, so it's just our team needs to find that killer instinct. They're going to have to do it without Kyoto and Elise.
They're calling back.
So
I thought I had clicked it just in time, but my phone decided to go to the lock screen. But you're on the appeal. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? This is Alex.
Hey, what's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex, what's going on, man?
He has a last name, by the way. I like Alex. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I just go by Alex.
Yeah, just Alex. So what's up, man?
Now, I was going to call about and talk to y'all a little bit, real quick, about the little incident that happened.
Go. Yes, we were going to get into
the Dallas. Yes, the Dallas fan incident. So, just to clarify before he goes into it here, the Peel had posted a video credit from Alex. He sent this to us. There was another fan being ejected, this time from the Dynamo Stadium, for racial slurs. Okay, we can't say those on, we're not going to go ahead and say that on the air here, okay? But yeah, three Dallas fans, I think. So Alex took the video for us. So Alex, go ahead and explain what happened, because this is kind of booty that there's a bunch of sanctions going on right now.
Well, first off, I have to say at the beginning of the game, like out in the smoking section, everybody was talking to Dallas fans and the Houston fans, everybody was getting along. It was actually pretty cool. Like, I was having conversations with people.
Yeah.
Everything was fine. So this is the only incident that I saw. So I was sitting in section 128, and there was a Dynamo fan behind me, and he was pretty loud, and I guess it upset a SC Dallas fan. Well, they started getting into it pretty bad, and then he started popping off with, he said some pretty rough stuff to the guy, and he got really upset. The security guard was right in front of us, and we let the security guard know. He went up there to eject them. Well, his two friends left, and this guy somehow managed to still stay in his seat. And then it got worse. It got even more tense, and then we let the security guard know again, and then they finally ejected the guy that started all the problems.
So it's all big rivalry, you know.
You know what though? MLS isn't going to do anything about it.
Oh, absolutely not. No, nothing's gonna happen out of it. You know, it was just a bit frustrating to see all of this happen. You know, my only complaint too though is this is actually on the Houston fans, is that they kind of fed into it.
Yep.
Which, like I said, you guys can. We're not gonna recite what they had said, but you guys can go find this on the Peel's Facebook page. I believe I posted on Twitter as well. Anyways, it is on the Facebook page at least. You can listen to what they said. I don't agree with how the Houston fans had fed into it at the end.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of ruined everything, and it frustrated me.
It did, to a point that it was a very frustrating situation. You know, we didn't react the way that some of the Dynamos fans needed to react. That it was just a bad situation altogether, and that's pretty much it. We shouldn't have reacted that way, but it shouldn't have even gotten to that point in the first place. And it didn't even reach any news. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody really, you know, I posted on social media, and it's like it never even happened. 3 Dallas fans ejected from our stadium for their behaviors and absolutely nothing, and then we got what we got in Dallas. So
I'm telling you, you're not. MLS isn't going to do anything. Because they pat the back of FC Dallas pretty hard.
It's pretty ridiculous. So. But Alex, we appreciate the video and we appreciate the call. We'll see you guys at the game tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Let me know.
We'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know. We'll touch base tomorrow on to get together. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Talk to you guys later.
Right. Later, guys.
So there you have it. Guys. If y'all are at the game tomorrow, please, let us know. We'd love to meet up with you or something. It should be fun. I'm excited for the game. So.
Me too. I hope that they take it seriously. I definitely want to see them win. Because as of right now, FC Dallas is winning 1-0 over Colorado Rapids, so we would be playing them in another leg here. And I think we beat them. Anyway,
need to.
Do me a favor, type in U.S. Soccer in there. But real quick, also with the Colorado match, Colorado's 5-10-1 with a -8 goal difference. They're currently sitting 11th on the table. Last year we had 1 loss, 1 draw against them. We didn't fare too well. It was a 3-2 loss at home last year on October 8th and a 1-1 draw in Colorado. Excuse me, guys. So.
Yeah, but I remember that. That was kind of when we were giving Colorado hell.
Yeah.
You know, and they were running up for their
They scored that late goal, didn't they?
And they did. They scored. We took the lead. Andrew Winger took the lead on the road. You know, and we actually, I remember I was rooting against the Dynamo because I didn't want Dallas to win the Supporter Shield. But things don't work out that way anyway, so, you know.
All right. I'm trying
What are you looking for right here? You looking for call-ups?
Yeah.
Stall. Yeah. Gold Cup call-ups, yeah. So if you've been living under a rock, you know, the Gold Cup's coming up. It's right around the corner starting next weekend. Yeah. USA will have their first game against Panama. 2:30 on Saturday, and yes, I remember that. You know, I don't know how I remember that, but I just do. So that's going to be the only competitive match for the U.S. in that group. And I'm if that's the only competitive match in that group, USA has a pretty easy group for the most part.
They better win the group. I definitely like the roster. I'm trying to find it, and if I can't,
and then knowing Elise and Kyoto getting called up for it. Boniak is not getting called up, but it was reported that he will not be around during the Gold Cup. Not sure what's going on.
U.S. will be in Group B, like Josh said. They don't have just the list.
It's
there we go.
There you go.
Brad Guzan, Bill Hamid, Sean Johnson. I'm excited about those. Beasler, Omar Gonzalez, Matt Hedges, Eric Lachey.
Correct us if we're wrong.
You get the next one. Matt
Mazga.
Yeah.
Miazga.
Justin Morrow from Toronto. Jorge Villafania. Graham Zusi. In the midfield, you got Kellen Acosta, Paul Areola, Alejandro Bedoya.
Ew, who called that guy?
Screw yourself. Joe Corona, Dax McCarty, Christian Rodon, which I'm actually really excited to see.
Christian Rodon.
Kellen Rowe, Kenny Saif, who his story is actually pretty cool. I don't know if we're going to dive into it this show. And then Jossie Zardes, Juan Agadello, Dom Dwyer, which I can't wait for him to get captied, and Jordan Morris.
I know you're a big Dom Dwyer fan
Matthew
right now.
Landon, yes. Josh and I are both going to the match tomorrow.
Yeah. But he's not going to be at the game, so we don't have to worry about him. Yeah. We do not have to worry about Dom Dwyer. We don't have to worry about any of that. So, yes, Matthew, we will be at the game tomorrow. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So.
What else we got? I got the hoedown. You got any other news? We can run through the schedule.
Nothing else big. Yeah, nothing else big. We can go through schedule, get your hoedown out of the way. I am sitting pretty in third place in fantasy right now.
I've had a rough couple weeks. Yeah, and then this week I scored a ton of points and still lost. Yeah, to the first place guy.
I mean, because you suck.
Oh, well.
Let's just So power rankings. We didn't move. Dynamo still seem to be trying to find their style, with Wilmer Cabrera choosing to sit his time back far more often than he did at the start of the year. I don't know what MLS is thinking of that. But anyways, nothing changed in power rankings. We're still sitting in number 8. It's basically just explaining that we're struggling to find identity with our team, which I disagree with. I think that we have a good identity. I just don't think it was used properly against Dallas.
I don't think so either.
I think he's trying to change it on the road, and they're going balls to the walls at Houston. In Houston, they just didn't do it against Dallas.
Yeah. To start the week off for MLS, we've got NYCFC taking on Minnesota on Thursday. That's you.
Real Salt Lake playing host Orlando City.
On Friday. And then we got Chicago taking on Vancouver on Saturday.
Yep, FC Dallas, Toronto FC.
Sporting Kansas City of Portland. This is all Saturday.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a very good match in Portland.
That one,
in Orlando. Or SKC,
in SKC, Montreal hosting DC United.
Columbus Crew in Atlanta, or Atlanta United FC. I think that's going to be another good one.
And, of course, Colorado hosting us, Houston Dynamo.
We might. I hope that we get our first road win, and I think we can in that match.
I think so.
You got San Jose taking on LA in San Jose.
And then the Sunday matchups, the primetime soccer, FS1 is going to host Philadelphia Union, who are playing host to New England Revolution.
Yes.
You still got some more games. Keep going.
Is that considered that, or I think that's a different week?
Huh? No. Good. No, that's all the same week, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, keep going.
Tuesday?
No, that's Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Different week.
Yeah, you're right.
Before I get into the hoedown real quick, in case you did not hear, tomorrow night the doubleheader, or the Open Cup match is going to start at 5:30. And then the Dash will also be playing the Boston Breakers. Tickets are pretty cheap. They're what? Are they $15 or something like that?
17 or something like that.
Yeah, so get your tickets. Yeah. It's also going to be Pride Night for the Dash, so that's pretty cool. Kelly Ohai is out for the year with a left knee injury. I kind of, coming all the way from Louisiana, I'm sorry, man. God, I know Louisiana sucks.
Wait, wasn't he the one that
won?
Yeah,
he's the one that won.
He's the one that won the tickets, yes, on our pregame. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
But, yeah, Kelly Ohai is now out for the year. She can go spend time with J.J. Watt. He can caress her and make her feel better. Is that too much? Anyway, that's tomorrow night. They'll be playing the Boston Breakers. Just figured I'd get that news out there. Also, real quick for the Houston Hoedown. It was actually a pretty good week. A lot of rivalries. We're going to start off with the USLPDL. Brazos Valley did win 4-0 last Thursday against Houston FC, and then they also had a 3-3 draw versus Texas United this past Wednesday. No, excuse me. I didn't put a date on there. But this weekend on Saturday, they play Texas United. They take on tomorrow. They take on the last place FC Cleburne. And then on the 1st, They will be here in Houston taking on Houston FC, who's in 5th place. They currently sit 3rd in the Mid-South Division with a record of 4-4-1 with 13 points and 2 matches in hand. Houston FC currently sits 5th in the Mid-South Division with a record of 2-7-0 with 6 points and also 2 matches in hand. They will play on 29th against on the road in Mississippi FC, who's currently sitting in 2nd place, and they'll be taking on Brazos Valley, as I stated before. Houston Dutch Lions. I will actually go into this match more in detail on the Houston Hoedown, which should be posted tomorrow, probably tomorrow night.
On DynamoTheory.com.
Yes, on DynamoTheory.com. They played to a 2-2 draw up almost in like the spring area. It's still considered Houston. It's the KIPP High School. In the Houston Derby on Thursday, it was an extremely good match. They controlled most of the possession, but just fell apart late. They did beat the first place team, Midland Odessa, on the road to a 4-3 win on Saturday. That now puts them in 1st place with a record of 5 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, and 17 points. They're currently 14th in NPSL power rankings. Houston Regals, as we know, played to a 2-2 draw with the Dutch Lions. I also have interviews with both coaches that I will throw up on Dynamo Theory as well. They lost 3-1 on the road to Shreveport. They play on the 1st versus Fort Worth at home. They currently sit 5th with a record of 2-4-2 and 8 points. We move on to the WPSL. The Texas Titans lost again 3-0 versus Lone Star SC on Saturday, but they did bounce back and win against FC Atlanta on the road. They currently sit 5th in the Southwest South Division with a record of 4-7-0 and 4 points. They take on the Shreveport Lady Raptors in the last match of the year for them tomorrow night. And Houston South Select, for some reason their stuff was not loading today. They currently sit 6th on the table with one record of 1-7-1 and 4 points. Houston Aces in the UWS will be back in action, taking on the Real Salt Lake women here at 7:30 on the 1st. They currently sit 4th in the Western Conference with a record of 1-3-0 and 3 points.
You can breathe now.
I know.
So.
Hello from Spring.
From Spring. Caesar, thank you for tuning in the show. We are actually about to wrap it up, too.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Tuesday nights. Eventually going to switch to Wednesdays, but we'll make that announcement at some point. So,
we got some practice first.
So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll get some practice in there. So, from Eighth Wonder, it's been great, guys. You can like our Facebook page, The Peel 2005. You can follow us on Twitter, The Peel 05. You can email us, thepeel2005@gmail.com. I don't really care what you email us. You can email us about cool stuff. Yeah, tell us how we can improve, whatnot. Tell us how dumb we look, especially this guy right here. You can also like our friends, Dynamo Theory. Follow them at Twitter. Follow them on Twitter at Dynamo Theory, and visit their website where you can find our show, dynamotheory.com.
Yeah, let's see who got the wooden spoon this week, or the participation award. I forgot to tweet that out today.
Participation award. It was probably going to be Eric. I played against Eric, and he did not score a lot of points again, which is not a surprise. But it's scary because if he put a good team together, he could be forced to be reckoned with because he scored a decent amount of points with like 4 players actually playing.
Eric actually did get the participation award. He only got 48 points.
See,
step your game up, bro.
I put a shame to him, and see, I'm looking at like all these points here. If I would have played you, I would have beat you. Me and you are coming up again. Round 2, the Peel Derby. The Peel Derby round 2 is coming up soon.
If I didn't run into James Williams, I would have won.
I beat James Williams. Yeah. Why didn't you? I'm going to beat you next.
All right,
don't even worry about it.
That is going to do it for me.
Josh, what were you drinking, man?
Oh, yeah. I was drinking
it's a new one.
8 Days Later. Is that what it's
called?
New
one, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a new one, yeah.
It's good. I don't know what style it is. It said ESB, but I like it.
Yeah, you like it? Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good light beer.
Yeah, I was drinking Weissheimer again. Yeah, this is another really good one. It's a wheat kind of style kind of beer, kind of like an IPA style, I mean, it's a really good one, and guys, I mean, if y'all haven't been out here to Eighth Wonder, it's not, I mean, it's awesome. There's like a lot of people here hanging out. A lot of people come here for Dynamo games. A lot of people come here for Astros games. $15 gets you a cool, nifty little mug. 3 tokens for beers. Yeah. So it's definitely a good deal. So you guys can come hang out here with us at some point. So.
Yeah. But that is going to do it for the Peel.
Yes, sir.
I'm Justin.
I'm Josh. Forever Orange.
Later.